What's up, y'all? Welcome to my channel. I'm gonna go ahead and start this video off with a quote from your girl, Maya Angelou. If someone shows you who they are, believe them. Okay? David is showing Tamar who he is, and she better believe him. Did y'all see this episode of Get Your Life Tonight? It was a lot going on. We gotta talk about it, okay? Let's talk about it. But first, go ahead and click that subscribe button. You already know how many seconds I'm gonna give you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds. Go ahead and click it. Okay, thank you. But tonight's episode, I'm kind of back and forth with it. I'm like, I don't know who the problem is. Tamar, is it David? I don't know what's going on. Okay, so they start the show talking about Vince and David. They don't necessarily have a beef, but David kind of doesn't want Vince to come in his house, okay? He said his house. Now, the funny thing is, did y'all see how production tried to, call David out? They said, your house or Tamar house, honey? David said, both our house. We share houses. She come stay at my house. I come stay at her house. So both of them is our houses. I mean, he cleaned that up, but production was trying to be a little shady. Because I was thinking the same thing. Like, who house is this? Did David? You brought Tamar a house that I don't know about, that we don't know about. But yeah, I don't know, he said he feels that it's disrespectful for Vince to be walking through his house, and especially without him knowing. So we saw on the show, Vince came to pick or drop Logan off, and I think he came in the house really quick, and then apparently he came in the house and put Logan to sleep. Now Logan is a little older, so I'm like, does he really need to be put to sleep? Like, he ain't 3 or 4. But that was a little bit in the middle of the episode. So back to the beginning of the episode, the dream coach, whatever that is, she was a little annoyed by Tamar. Tamar was supposed to be doing a song, and she was doing the song at home. And she just kept trying to cook and take shots and had Logan sell them some chocolate. And the dream coach is like, Tamar just keeps trying to just distract and just do all this stuff so that she don't got to sing. And the girl can sing. We all know the girl can blow. I didn't know she would still be as shy to sing in front of people. Because if I had a voice like Tamar, I'm singing in front of everybody. And we I know y'all like, she need to shut the hell up. Girl, that's what I'm giving you, okay? I'm giving you Tamar Braxton fakeness, because I sure don't sound like her, but it's alright. The point is, she was really just not trying to sing the song, okay? She was trying to do everything else. Go to church, mop the floor, read a book. She was trying to do everything but work on this song, and the dream coach was getting a little annoyed, okay? So now your boy David comes home, and Logan done snitched to David, Lord. Little Logan, they ain't told him about tattletelling. He done snitched to David and told David, my daddy was up in here, walking through your house, eating up your food, drinking your Kool-Aid, and putting me to bed. And David got mad, honey. David packed his little duffel bag and was out. Okay? He was out, and I don't know, this David is different from the David we saw on the Braxtons. David and the Braxtons was kind of quiet. He was just, seemed like a little sweet, nice guy, but I knew not to trust him fully. No disrespect, but some African men, I feel like, are controlling or scammers. That's I don't know why, but that's my perception of some African men. They either scammers or they really, really, really controlling. So, I don't know. I wasn't feeling him. But then when I watched the Braxtons, I was like, okay, he seemed cool, He seemed alright. He seemed like a nice guy. But now here we go on this show, and he seems different. I'm like, I don't know, this David does seem to be a little bit controlled. Not a little bit, but does seem to be controlling and different from the one we saw in the Braxton family. The Braxton family values. Why do I keep trying to sing in y'all ear? So David gets upset, he leaves. And, he doesn't talk to Tamar for about 24 hours. And, she goes to the gym with her friends, and then he hits her up let's go to dinner. So they go to dinner. He still talks about how he doesn't want Vince walking in his house. And Tamar is like, okay, you and Vince have to have a conversation. So one thing Tamar said that I wasn't really sure about was, this is between Vince and David. I don't got nothing to do with it. They're going to figure that out themselves. And that's okay for now, but eventually if they can't figure it out, then it's going to have everything to do with you, because you're going to have to make that decision of, do I keep things cool with my baby daddy, or do I choose my new man? You know, and Vince is Logan's daddy, so he ain't going nowhere. So if they can't get along, yeah, eventually you're going to have to choose. And, I mean, again, Vince is the daddy, so he really can't go nowhere. And I'm going to say this, Tamar. If David is not the man you thought he was, if he's becoming controlling, if he's becoming just hard to be with, if he's not treating you the way you need to be treated, you got to go ahead and let that go, baby. Don't keep staying longer and longer and longer. No, you got to let that go. Because the more you stay with him, the more Logan is going to get attached. So they're at dinner, and they just talk about, you know, Vince being in the house, and David just keeps saying how he's disrespected, and this is the second or third time that's going to happen, and I don't know. Like, do y'all question, comment below, is that really a bad thing that Vince comes over, drops Logan off, that he may have went up to Logan's room? Like, comment below, do you really think that's really that big of a deal? Like, do you think that Vince should not step foot in that house? Or do you feel like Tamar and Vince are on okay terms? So Vince can come inside and go right upstairs to Logan's room, and, you know, that shouldn't be that big of a deal. What do y'all think? But David made it clear that he ain't with it, okay? And Tamar kind of swept it under the rug. They didn't really come to a resolution. It's just something that kind of got swept under the rug, which we all know is not good to do. Then she also has a dream about David cheating with Ellen I can't even pronounce the girl's last name. Ellen DeGeneres, whatever her last name is. She has a dream about David cheating with Ellen. And the dream coach is like, you know, this is betrayal. Like, all your dreams have a lot of betrayal. Something ain't right. I don't know. That's weird. Ellen, of all people. And I think they were trying to relate it to the real, you know, the talk show stuff. I know we're not still on this talk show stuff with the real, because that was how many years ago? I know we shouldn't still be on this. But if anything, they could have said Winnie Williams. No, he could have cheated with Lonnie Love, somebody. What? Ellen? What the hell? Ellen? He had to cheat with Ellen? That dream was kind of crazy. So, this is where things were left. The life coach was like, Tamar, we should do an activity. Let's go break some glass. So I don't know if y'all have seen, but on a lot of these reality shows, they'll go on like an outing and like break glass and throw stuff, and they wanted her to do something to like somewhat release anger. And she was like, I don't have anger. You know, I'm not angry. I'm not mad. Everything's great. I'm not mad at anyone. I don't have drama with anybody. And it was just like, okay, you're saying you're not angry, but you're screaming. You're kind of contradicting yourself, because you just get really, really, really upset over something that wasn't really that deep. If anything, I don't know why she didn't just respond and say, oh, no, baby, I don't need that. I'm not that angry. Nope. But she got really, really upset, and I'm just like, I feel like this season Tamar came in and was like, okay, I'm going to do this show, but I'm going to do everything I can to, like, expose WeTV or make WeTV look crazy. Because she really just went off and was trying to talk about WeTV, want her to be so mean and so angry. Now, let's get into it. Let me just get into it, okay? Tamar is trying to blame WeTV for the way she looks on her reality shows and on the Braxtons, and how she's just always made to look like the crazy one and the bitch and the angry black woman. And I'm sorry, I just don't believe that they're 100% to blame. You're not going to tell me that they made you act the way you acted over the years. If that was the case, I don't understand it, because WeTV can't make some of the things that come out your mouth come out your mouth. I'm sorry. Watching the Braxtons, sometimes Tamar goes over the top. And that ain't WeTV. That's you. Like, last season, when you were so upset when they went on that family trip, her birthday weekend, and Trina's husband proposed to her, and you were so upset about a birthday. And it's like, it is not that big of a deal. You're not 16, 18, 21, 25. Like, what are we doing? Why are we this upset about a birthday? I hope that Tamar is okay, you know, with the whole suicide attempt. I pray that she's healthy, she's good, and that she finds her peace, her happiness, not in no man, not in no person, not in no TV show, not in money, but just in her life. Even if she has to, like, strip all that away and just go back to living a normal, regular life, go do that. There were some reports that were saying that, oh, the suicide attempt was about WeTV and her contract and the show. And I'm just like, baby, I don't believe that. I hope that's not true, because I'm not leaving my child taking my life over a show that's optional, over a reality show, over a contract or something. I'm sorry. So I don't know if this is true. I hope it's not true. So when she went off on WeTV and the production and the producers and stuff, I was like, okay, you're saying you're not angry, but you just went to about a level 8, when really all you had to do was go to a level 4 and say, no, you know what, I don't want to do that. I'm not really angry right now. I'm not an angry person, and I don't want to be breaking stuff on TV. Just say that. The dream coach, she was like, like, I'm not used to this, okay? I think that probably was Tamar's first time getting a little crazy around her, so she was not with it. So anyways, they talked it out, and her and the producer, because one of the producers, Polo White Boy, he was like, don't try to make me look like I'm wanting black women to be angry on TV. We just throwing out some ideas, So they kind of got past that. Thank you all for listening. Next episode looks like it's going to be pretty good. David and his dream coach, he's not feeling her. So they're going to kind of have a conversation, but it's not going to go well. Be sure to go ahead and subscribe to my channel so that next week we can chop it up and talk about what's going on with Tamar and Get Your Life and David. Vince and him did have some little text messages that were exposed. Vince was really taking up for Tamar and telling David, you better stay away, leave her alone, he don't F with him no more. I really want to hear more from Vince on his side of things. Yeah, so that's interesting. I hope that more comes out about that. So be sure to subscribe so we can talk about it. As always, thank you all for listening, and I will talk to y'all next video.